Hi! In this tutorial I would like to talk about exploring your data using frequencies and crosstabs. First of all, let's have a look on how to create a frequency table. We will use again our small dataset with heights of 10 people, as you can see, and we will try to produce frequency table for our variable gender. Now, in order to do this, we have to go to Analyze menu, and we go to Descriptive Statistics and we click on Frequencies. In the dialog box that appears, we can choose the variable we want to create frequency table for, so in our case it will be gender. It is quite difficult to see the variable name because now we can only see the label questions, but we can change these very easily by doing the right click with your mouse and clicking on Display Variable Names. And now it's much easier to see the variable names. So we choose the gender, move it to variable, and in order to determine what we would like to see in the output, we click on Statistics. Here we can tell SPSS what we would like to get displayed in the frequency table. We could ask for mean, median, mode and sum. We can ask for some dispersion measures such as standard deviation, variance and so on. You can see there are many options. For now, we will stick to basic frequency table, so we click on Continue without selecting any of the statistics. Additionally, we can ask SPSS to produce a graph for us when exploring frequencies. We can click on Charts here on the right side, and we can choose the type of the chart that we would like to see in the output. Make sure here that you choose a chart that will best show your data. Also, you can specify your chart values here if you would like to see the frequencies or percentages. Let's choose bar chart and frequencies for the purposes of this exercise. Once ready, we click on Continue. In order to see your frequency in the output, we click on OK. The output is here. We can now explore frequency tables and chart here. So in the first table we have the summary of our sample and info about missing values. As you can see, we have 10 scores and 0 missing values. The second table is the frequency table, and it shows us the frequencies of each data score. We can see that 5 males and 5 females participated in our survey, and the numbers are also displayed in percentage in the second column and in cumulative percentage in the last column. Last but not least, we have a bar chart that we ask for. We can also see that we got 5 male participants and 5 female participants from the graph. We will get to know more about graphs in the next tutorial, so don't worry about this too much at the moment. So we go back. Now we saw that to describe a single categorical variable, just what we did now, working with the gender, one categorical variable, we use frequency tables. But to describe the relationship between two categorical variables, we use a special type of table called a cross-tabulation. The crosstabs procedure is used to create contingency table, which will describe the interaction between two categorical variables. Let's try to create crosstabs for two categorical variables, in our case for gender and the nationality. We can access crosstabs by clicking again on Analyze. We go again to Descriptive Statistics, but now we don't click on frequencies, but instead we choose crosstabs. Again, we have the dialog box. We can change the variable labels in the same way. Now you can choose which variable you will have in columns and which one in rows. Let's say gender will go to rows, so we will move it here. The nationality will go to columns. Now you can click on Cells on the right side in order to tell SPSS what you would like to see in the output. You can choose what kind of counts will be displayed up here on the left side. I recommend to keep the default settings here, and we can also specify if we would like to see percentages in rows, columns, or overall. I suggest to pick only one of them in order not to have a mess in our final table, so in this case we will choose column. Once done, click on Continue. Also, we can ask SPSS to create a graph, clustered bar chart, with this option down here. I will explain what clustered bar chart is in the next tutorial, but now we just tick the box and we click OK to get the output. Let's have a look at it. The first table provides a case processing summary. We can see that we have a sample of 10 values and 0 values are missing. In the second table, cross-tabulation, we can see that the categories of one variable determine the rows of the table. Gender, in our case, we can see we have males and females in the rows, and the categories of the other variable determine the columns. Nationality, in our case, we can see we have Austrian and other in columns. The cells of the table contain the number of times that a particular combination of categories occurred. For example, we have 4 males which come from Austria, 1 male from other country, 3 females from Austria, and 2 females from other countries. Also, since we choose to display percentages per column, our percentages add up to 100 in each of the columns, as you can see. So do not be confused when looking at the numbers in the rows. It's okay, they do not sum up to 100%. In the output, we can also see the bar chart showing how many males and females we had, and green and blue column differentiate the nationality. So, as you can see from the bar chart, we can read that we had 4 male Austrians, 1 male Austrian, then we had 3 female Austrians, and 2 female from other countries. That's all from my side about frequency tables and crosstabs. Thank you for watching the tutorial.